Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Steven Universe, and this time it's We Need to Talk. So we got another flashback episode from when Greg and Rose were together.
Which means Garnet's still awesome, Amethyst is adorable, and Pearl's a bitch? Pearl just comes off... I always knew that... to be fair, we saw in, that Sword episode that she comes across as a crazy ex-lover, but now it makes it even more true. I'm sorry, now it just makes it seem like Pearl was in love with Rose.
Yes.
Okay, then. That explains a lot in so many different weird ways.
Yeah, we can see she starts off as confident because Rose has had other guys before, but they never got that serious. So she was confident. She told Greg, "You're just a phase." She was fine with Rose and Greg hanging out together because she thought it'd just be some short-term fun that she has and wouldn't mean anything. Of course, now we know that they made Steven, so yeah.
I like how they tried to have it was kind of PG, but you can clearly tell that they were trying to suggest more than the show was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, when there was how do we be together, and even Rose doesn't really get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be fair, that's still a question we're gonna have to ask because Steven exists.
Yeah.
At first I thought maybe they will fuse and maybe that's how somehow that works for them, and that's why Steven exists. I don't know, that's the thought that popped in my head anyway.
I don't know. They'll get into it again at some point.
They will? That's a question we all need to know, but the show can only tell us so much.
They won't tell us that much. But anyway, yes, Pearl is jealous. That's a reason why she hates Greg. Well, because he took Rose from her, and now she's gone. And we can see in that flashback, she wanted to make Greg be the one who's jealous because she had that cheeky smile of, "Look, I can fuse with her."
I love that bit where she does it and then she stops and then she even... I never expected Pearl of all people to pull a mic drop.
Yeah, notice, before they fused, Rose had the mic, but then when they unfused, Pearl took it.
And I love, this has one of my favourite jokes where we have a few mic drops and then Greg's like, "Why do we keep doing that? It's expensive."
Yeah.
I love that joke.
Oh, and I love when Pearl and Greg are talking and then little Munchkin Amethyst in the background is just munching on her food.
I'll add that to my list of gifs of people eating popcorn for when I need that gif.
She's the cutest. She looks so small, but she's actually the same height and everything as her normal self.
That's so weird.
I know. It's just the appearance makes her look small, but if you compare her height to, say, Pearl...
I don't know if we've implied this, but I think we've implied in, that kindergarten episode that she is at least the newest of those three.
Yes.
Which would explain her appearance here. She's younger.
Yeah, she definitely is younger. She's still thousands of years old, but she's younger than the other gems.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was still a great episode, and we get to talk about fusion, and we get to see Kevin for a split 7 seconds, so I was off by an episode, because I said that would happen last episode, but it didn't.
Yeah. And it's an interesting conversation, and it brings this interesting bond between Connie and Greg, because... they're the two main full humans in Steven's life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. At least Steven and Connie won't have that issue because he's half human, so he can do it all. Whereas we still have all the questions in the world of Rose and Greg.
Yeah, but there was that moment.
I'll try not to raise questions about what gems are like. Because really...
we'll never see what's under that dress.
Obviously we won't, but I'm sure, well, to be fair, I'd say ask the fans, but the fans have probably answered that, and we already know what they'll answer.
Yeah, don't look on the internet.
Why, did you?
No. Not on purpose.
Okay, then.
There are some interesting theories about what's in Stevani's pants.
Believe me, There are a lot of interesting theories.
Anyway.
I mean, to be fair, well, I've already got my own image because we know Stevonnie has nothing at the top.
Oh, yeah, true.
Although, that, to be fair, that could also just be because Connie's like 12.
Yeah.
So, who knows? When they fuse, when we have like flash forwards.
We'll see.
Okay, we will see. Why are we questioning this?
I don't know.
This is what happens when you have adults watch a kids show.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Kids' shows are made by adults, obviously. So they've got...
But don't blame us. The show kind of hinted towards it when Greg's like, well, you know, how do we be together?
Yeah.
But, you know, I like that this episode... It's interesting we have this episode after the last episode, because the last episode was all about, like, really negative ways fusion can happen, and this episode's all about the positiveness of fusion.
I mean, back in Classroom Gems, we were told the best reason to fuse. Love.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why the mutants were so horrible, because they had nothing to do with love.
Exactly, but it also, yeah, it's also interesting that, you think about the fact when, you know, Rose doesn't really understand everything, because what am I trying to say? Yeah, I enjoyed that bit, because, you think about it, for Greg, this is completely normal. Humans are used to this sort of thing, whereas, obviously, you know, Gems experience it a lot differently. They do have it, because obviously you got people like Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah, but
it's obviously...
romantic relationships like that, it's really not a thing on Gem Homeworld.
Exactly. Well, I don't know why. It reminds me a bit of, there's a line, or at least something like that, in Doctor Who, when, you know, when I think Missy compares, is like, how can a human and a Time Lord be in love? There's a line that I can't remember what the line is, but, you know, I can't remember. I'll try and have to remember that line, but she has a really good line.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, but I don't know. But still, I enjoyed it. I can't remember.
Yeah, rewatching this with you, I have enjoyed this episode a lot more.
I know. I enjoyed this flashback episode. At first, I was thinking, okay, it's going to be another Connie and Steven episode, but no, it was a flashback episode. But it was still enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's good for Connie to hear about this stuff.
That's a good point. I like that. I know last episode, when you said the name was We Need to Talk, I was 2 seconds away from making a joke about, you know, the talk. But this episode, I suppose
this is the closest we'll get to that talk.
I know, this episode was kind of like that in a different way.
It's the fusion talk.
I mean, Greg had to have the talk with Rose, and then, you know, I suppose if you think about it, if fusion is all about love, Greg had to give that talk to, you know, Connie and Steven. He'll probably have to give a different talk eventually, which has more complications, because then they'll have quarter gem babies.
Yeah. People have tried to theorize what would happen when Steven tries to have a baby.
Well, we'll never know, because the series won't tell us, apparently. The fans will.
Yeah. The fans definitely do handle those questions really well.
It's a TV show. The fans will handle literally any question well, and any picture you can imagine will exist. Believe me, for every show, there is a picture. And a lot of them.
Most of the fan art for their future child just looks like Stevonnie, which makes sense because it's their DNA mixed together.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's it. I mean, the song was enjoyable. We had a song. No one has better songs, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I don't. That's the thing. Although, I suppose at least this episode is at least the episode where I've cared about Rose the most, but I still don't care about her at all.
Yeah.
She's not an interesting character, but there's a lot of interesting dynamics surrounding her. I mean, that's the thing. This just makes me really... I mean, like I said, I was trying to warm up to Pearl, but I still don't like her, and this episode makes me hate her even more. She's now just a jealous bitch. But, although, for some reason, it reminds me a bit of, like, Snape in Harry Potter. Because you think about that, yeah? The whole dynamic with that situation.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that, you know, Pearl's got to care about Steven and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Later on, we see that when Stephen was a little kid and a baby, she probably hated Stephen because he was a reminder that Rose was gone.
Exactly.
Which is basically,
that's
yes,
the dynamic
I don't know why I didn't make that connection
I was
before.
thinking of
It's
that too.
Snape. Just looking at Harry, seeing his eyes makes him think, oh, Lily's gone.
But anyway, I think we've pretty much covered it, but I think, I don't know, I'm trying to think whether I enjoy this flashback more or less than the first one.
Even still, I don't remember what I would have given the first
The
one.
last one, let's not play that game, because half the time I've told you ratings you've said, and I've screwed it up, making you give ratings better or worse in episodes. So, yeah, we really should pay attention to our old ratings more. But, I mean, the last one had a really good song, but this one had, like, better flashback material. Outside the song, this one was better. Even though I don't like her, I enjoy the moment of Pearl being a jealous bitch. I don't like Pearl, but I like that bit.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But I enjoyed that, and it gave Greg some more dynamic, because usually Greg's kind of been like a comic relief or off to the side character.
Yeah, true.
But I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'll go 7.5.
Yeah, I was thinking 7. I'll give it an 8. I enjoyed this flashback episode a lot more than I thought it would. It had a lot of good moments.
And I really love Pearl's look at this point, which I know we've seen it before. But
we've seen it before, but once again, Pearl's the expert on fusion, Amethyst is adorable, and Pearl's a jealous ex-bitch. So, yeah.
That's the best moment. It's Amethyst, give us some privacy, and she throws a stick.
Young Amethyst is like a puppy.
Yes. She's just so excited by everything. I like that
she eventually got it back, because later they were hiding behind a rock, so Amethyst did get that stick.
Yeah.
But with that being said, what is the name of the next episode?
It is called Chilotede. People really have trouble pronouncing it because of the way it's spelled. It is another language. I forgot what language, so I'll tell you the translation, which is chilling time.
Another snowed in episode?
We'll see.
Another snow episode?
We'll see.
Last snow episode, I said that Connie was going to sleep with Stephen, so maybe that'll finally happen. I mean, this episode was all about it.
Oh, God. We'll see.
Alright, next episode, we'll see Stephen and Connie sleep together.
Hey, wait! There was a sleepover in this episode.
In this episode? Or the next one?
The next one, I mean, yeah.
Like I said,
We're getting a sleepover.
Next episode, Connie and Stephen sleep together. See you next time.